A very good afternoon to our Father Principal, our Vice Principal, Mrs. Shobha Miranda, Coordinator of Academics, Mr. A.K. Das, Coordinator of Activities, Mrs. Casey Maya, fellow teachers, and students. Welcome, everyone. Prayer is our communication to God for His love, guidance, and wisdom, and I request Nidin sir to start our program with a prayer.
Let's invoke God's blessings on all of us through a small prayer. Dear Lord, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as a pathway to peace, so that we may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with the Almighty forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Nidin sir, for such a lovely start. Stream selection and career choice are two pillars of success in everyone's life, and a lot of research based on interest and aptitude is required for this. Students, you have made decisions about your stream selection, and some of you are confused about career choice or would like to know more about emerging careers for future success. Today's webinar is focused on career choices based on science stream. Science stream is one of the most sought after streams, looked up, or maybe one can say most parents feel that this is the stream their child would take up for a successful career. But as we say science, medical, non-medical, doctor or engineer is the profession which comes to our mind the second we'll say science. But then today the scenario is changing. Science is not just medical or non-medical. We see a lot of career avenues, and with the changing times, artificial intelligence, robotics, research, biotechnology, nuclear medicine, psychology, etc. The list is endless, and the avenues too are many. Career choices and job profiles are rapidly changing, and it is very difficult to know all. So to keep our students updated with the new and upcoming changes, we have among us a professional from Pratham Group, Mr. Binit Binod. Mr. Binit Binod is a management graduate from KJ Soumya Institute of Management and Studies and Research, Mumbai. He has also done his engineering from BIT Mesra, Ranchi. He has worked with companies like TCS and Coca-Cola, and now is extensively working in education domain for the last 9 years. We welcome you, sir, and look forward to your guidance and expertise for our students. Now, I would request all the students to attentively participate in the session. All questions and doubts will be taken up at the end by Mr. Binit. Students can type them in the chat box. All mic should be kept on mute during this session, and the chat box would be enabled after the session. Over to you, Binit, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for the kind introduction. A very good afternoon to everyone. A very good afternoon to all the dear students, all the respected parents, and all the respected faculty members out here. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is keeping, fit, fine, healthy. I do believe that आप सभी स्वस्थ हैं, मस्त हैं, बढ़िया से अच्छे से हैं. Now, this session, I have been told that I am addressing the class 10 students, 11th and 12th students. So I would like to know the numbers. Can please raise your hand, all those who are in class 10th right now. Do we have the option of hand raise, ma'am? Okay, so here, I guess, okay, 60. Okay, fine. Okay, please put your hands down. Please put your hands down. Please put your hands down. So, class 10 students, you are done with the first phase of board exam. Class 10, you are done with the first phase of the board examination, and you are going to write the second phase. You are not very lucky like your seniors who got promoted to class 11th without writing the class 10th board examination, right? Probably that's happened for the first time in the history of this nation. 20 years back, I remember when I was writing my board examination of class 10th, very few people in my colony knew my name, but everybody knew one thing, that ye board wala bachcha hai, he's going to write the board exam, right? It has such a craze at that point in time. All the class 10 students, it is pretty sure, I can vouch for it, that in the next 3 to 4 months, you are going to select a stream, right? You are going to be in class 11th, and definitely you are going to select a stream, based on science, commerce, and humanities, with maths, without maths, right? Everybody will, because you don't have any other stream apart from this, right? Either you'll be getting into science or commerce or humanities, right? So today I shall be exclusively covering the science part, right? All the class 11 students right now, can I please ask you to raise your hand? I just want to know how many of you are in class 11th right now. Okay. So I do believe that you must have had a lot of fun in the last 9 months, because generally in Delhi NCR, we know class 11th has, fun time, party time, enjoyment time, shopping time. Sometime back we knew it by the name called PUBG time as well. People used to play a lot of PUBG. I don't know whether it's right now it's Free Fire time, because that's a new game. But anyways, you don't feel much of pressure or stress while you are in class 11th. Generally, unless and until you are a science student, right? And you are pretty much dedicated towards the preparation of JEE mains or NEET examination. So generally class 11th is a bit chilled out, but it is pretty obvious that in the next 3 to 4 months you are going to be in class 12th, and pressure would be there, expectation would be there, and definitely you'll have to perform in well in class 12th when you go to class 12th, because ultimately what is stress or what is pressure or what is expectation, just talk to your seniors, they will tell you, because they are actually going through that. So please put your hands down, all the class 11 students. I know very well the common sense says that the remaining students are in class 12, but still I want to see the hand raise. All those who are in 12th, please raise your hand. Okay, great. A big congratulations to you all, because you are done with the first phase of board examination. You're going to write the second phase probably in the month of March end or April first week. And this is pretty obvious that in the next 6 to 8 months, I repeat, in the next 6 to 8 months, each one of you are going to get into some college, right? So so that is very, very important, because all the class 10th, 11th, and 12th student things are very, very important for you. Now, this session comprises of 2 parts, right? First part is that I shall be presenting before you all a presentation, preferably based on science, and I shall be telling you all the other career options as well, right? So I shall be presenting certain things. I shall be telling you a lot of things. Post that session, the podium will be open for the question and answer part. Any question, any doubt, any queries you have in mind, please, put your query in the chat box, in the chat option, right? I shall be reading the chat at regular interval of time, and I shall try to satisfy you with my answers to the best of my ability, right? So preferably put your questions by the end of this session, right? Because most of your doubts, I believe it would be cleared during the course of this session, right? Now, my simple question to everybody is that, ever since you came to class 10th, or ever since you are in class 11th and 12th, people would have started expecting a lot out of you, right? People will expect out of you. That's a very natural process, and expectation is something which will always be there. But can I ask you one thing, that who is the first person in your life to expect out of you? Can I ask this question? Who is the first person in your life to expect out of you? Can I get this answer from you in the chat option? Is the chat enabled, I believe? Is it enabled, ma'am? Okay, guys, I'm just waiting for your answer. The first person in your life to expect out of you, who is that person? Ma'am, is the chat enabled? Can the students, access the chat option? Oh, I think that, it's not accessible. Please try writing something. Okay, now the answer is coming. The first person, parents, family. Some unique answers are there, but most of the answers are coming as parents. Tell me one thing, I ask you a simple question, that who is the first person in your life to expect out of you? The answer is parents. But खुद से कोई expectation नहीं है. Don't you think that you should expect something out of yourself? Always remember one thing, parents should always come at number 2. They should always come at second position. The first person in your life to expect out of you should be you yourself. आप खुद होने चाहिए. If any one of you who says that I do not expect anything out of myself, then only two things can happen. The first thing, either you are telling a lie, या तो आप झूठ बोल रहे हो, या तो he or she is very much underconfident of himself or herself. Right? Never ever underestimate yourself. Never ever undermine yourself. That reminds me, reminds me of 2 lines of poem in Hindi that says, कि निज गौरव का नित ज्ञान रहे, हम भी कुछ हैं ये ध्यान रहे. आप भी कुछ हैं साहब. You are also something. So never ever underestimate yourself. Never ever undermine yourself. Right? Remember one thing, that only a dead fish cannot swim against the current. I hope you understand the meaning of this. पानी उसी मछली को अपने साथ बहा के ले जाता है जो मछली मर चुकी है. If the fish is alive, doesn't matter whatever the speed of river or water is, the fish is always able to swim against the current, against the water. ये हम इंसानों पे भी लागू होता है. अगर हम जिंदा है और सांसें ले रहे हैं, doesn't matter whatever the situation in life is, we should always be able to overcome those situations. So self-expectation is of utmost priority. I'm thanks to you people that some of you have mentioned myself as well, right? Please remember, self-expectation is of utmost priority. Second number पे parents आते हैं. They have all the right to expect out of you because they invest a lot of emotions, lot of time, lot of resources, lot of energy on you. So they have also all the right to expect out of you. Number 3, faculty members, teachers. They play a very phenomenal role in giving direction to your career, in shaping up your life, right? So they have also all the right to expect out of you. A faculty invests a lot of emotions, resources, energy, effort, time on you. So a faculty has also all the right to expect out of you. So these are the 3 expectation groups: self, parents, and teachers. Now, could you please tell me, apart from these 3 expectation groups, self, parents, and teachers, which is that 4th community that expects out of you? Apart from self, parents, and teachers, any 4th community that expects out of you? Anyone? Somebody has mentioned the word relatives. I mean, I love this word, you know this. And all those who have mentioned the word relatives, you should be getting $1 million for this answer. Relatives is the most beautiful word of the entire universe. I personally believe that. It's the most beautiful. पूरे ब्रह्मांड का सबसे सुंदर शब्द है. It's a very, very important species in our life, which God has given us, It's a very important species. ये ऐसा species है जिसके साथ भी आप नहीं रह सकते हो, जिसके बिना आपके घर में एक function नहीं हो सकता. Just organize one function without them. I bet you cannot do so. We know this species by the term called Chacha ji, Mama ji, Mausa ji, Tau ji, Bua ji, Baju wali auntie, Pados wali auntie, Upar wali auntie. Everybody is a part of this, species. Observe one thing, एक चीज गौर करना आप कि आपको आपकी लाइफ में जितना इंटरेस्ट नहीं होता है, आपके पेरेंट्स को आपकी लाइफ में जितना इंटरेस्ट नहीं होता है, उससे ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट इनको आपकी लाइफ में होता है. जिस दिन आपके सीबीएसई का या आईसीएसई का बोर्ड रिजल्ट आएगा, इट इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट उस दिन हो सकता है सीबीएसई का सर्वर क्रैश कर जाए बिकॉज ऑफ द लोड ऑन द सर्वर ऑफ सीबीएसई. बट आपके रिजल्ट को देखने के लिए इन स्पीशीज का इंटरनेट उस दिन 300 Mbps पे काम कर रहा होगा. पूरे इंडिया का नेट फेल कर जाए बट इनका नेट काम कर रहा होगा. एंड द मोमेंट द रिजल्ट कम्स आउट टू बी लाइक 98.6% मार्क्स, see the situation, what happens at their home, right? So I'm not saying all the relatives are bad. There are so many relatives जो हमारे फेवरेट होते हैं, but कुछ एक जरूर ऐसे होते हैं कि आपके बर्थडे पे कॉल आए ना आए, they won't call you on the anniversary of your parents, but on the result day they will definitely call you. Now these are the expectation groups: self, parents, and teachers, and the society or relatives, right? Now what is the immediate expectation from a class 10 student who is going to be in class 11th, a 11th student going to be in class 12th, and a class 12 student who is going to be in college in the next 6 to 8 months? So from 10th you are going to 11th, the immediate expectation that you should get good marks and you should choose a stream on the basis of your personality, your interest, and your core competence. This is what is expected out of all the class 10 students. All the class 11 students, all those who are going to class 12 right now, right, the expectation is that you get all the more serious, more focused, more determined, right, and more disciplined. That is what expected out of you, because you are going to face a lot of pressure and expectation, in the next 3 to 4 months, the moment you go to class 12. all the class 12 students who are going to be in college in the next 6 to 8 months, the immediate expectation from you is to get good marks and subsequently a good college, right? This is the expectation from you all. Now, first of all, so I shall be, discussing various science streams as well. But, this science is also pretty much related to some changes in the, recent changing Indian ecosystem. So you must be knowing that in the last, 2 years, 2021, I believe. No, I'm so sorry. It's 2020 when new education policy draft came into existence, and that new education policy draft was being given to the government of India by the drafting committee, right? So you must be aware of new education policy, and ever since that NEP was drafted, new education policy was drafted, and it was given to the government of India, ever since there is a dynamic change in the Indian education ecosystem. So, I shall be discussing you certain things as well, right, which is pretty much related to what is the change going in the Indian education ecosystem. Very briefly, very briefly. I will not be getting into too much of detail because I'll be covering a lot of aspects of science as well. We shall be discussing about engineering, medical field, and the other aspects wherein a science student can make a career out of, right? So first of all, before I start, tell me one thing. How many of you are aware about CUCET? If you are aware, say yes, aware. How many of you are aware about CUCET? If you are aware about it, please write it down yes in the chat option. I'm just waiting for your response, guys. Okay. Harja says no. Somebody says yes. No. Okay, fine. So please understand one thing. This is also pretty much related to science students as well, because ultimately any central university has a science stream as well, right? And if you really want to get into any, central university, including Delhi University, you must know what is CUCET. Any student in India who is in class 10th right now, or 11th right now, and 12th right now, right? He or she must know what is the recent, evolution in the Indian education ecosystem. So let me share a presentation with you, and subsequently, I shall be discussing very briefly, because ultimately it is going to be very, long session. So I'll be sharing one presentation. After that, I'll be sharing the another presentation. Please do let me know. Is it visible to everyone? Please do let me know. Is it visible? If it is visible, please write it down. Visible. I know this is a science student, but this concerns you as well. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Now, see, you would have heard about CUCET, Central University Common Entrance Test, and the last month, in the month of December, on 10th of December, Delhi University Academic Council, it approved entrance examination for all the undergraduation courses of Delhi University. That really means one thing, that if you really want to get into SRCC, Hindu, Hansraj, Thirudimal, if you want to go for any course, psychology honors, history honors, political science honors, physics honors, maths honors, chemistry honors, statistics honors, any course of Delhi University, if you want to get into, right, you'll have to appear for an entrance examination called CUCET. And that's the reason DU was in, limelight. DU was pretty much talked about, right? Because on 10th of December 2021, Delhi University Academic Council approved entrance examination for all the UG courses. And on 17th of December, just 1 week later, 17th of December, the Delhi University Executive Council, which is the highest decision-making body of Delhi University, it approved the CUCET, Central University Common Entrance Test, right, for admission to all the UG courses in Delhi University, right? Now, what is the purpose behind this? I'm showing you a photo, a picture. Please do let me know, is this picture visible to everyone? Is this photo visible to everybody? Okay, yes, it is visible to everyone. So why this is important? This is important because, in this particular photo, if you see this, the person wearing the saffron Nehru jacket is the former Education Minister of India, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. And the other members surrounding him, they're actually giving him the draft of new education policy 2020. The person on the left-hand side wearing a beige color or cream color Nehru jacket, right? This person is K. Kasturi Rangan. He was the chairman of drafting committee of new education policy, a very eminent scientist of India, the former Indian Space Research Organization chairman, and a very Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, a very eminent scholar, right? Now this committee is actually giving the new education draft policy to Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank Sahab in 2020. Now he has been replaced by Dharmendra Pradhan. Dharmendra Pradhan is the current education minister of India. Now let me tell you this. I'm pretty sure that each one of you, all the students out here, you must be born in the year 2004, 2005 or 2006 or maybe 2007. 2004 ke 2007 ke beech mein aap born hue honge. Now just let me put a question across you right, that you got born in 2004, 2005, 6, 7. Now you are in 2022. This is the third decade of 21st century. Now in this third decade of 21st century, if I start giving you gifts of 1986, will you like it? If I remove your television at your home, right, I remove the HD or LED TV in your home and I replace it with the black and white TV of 1980s, will you be happy? I take your car away, Hyundai Creta or MG Hector or Seltos, whatever car you have, I take it away and I get it replaced by Maruti 800 of 1980s, will you be happy? I give you all the fashionable items of 1980 and ask to wear it, right? Will you be happy? You won't be happy. Now you must be asking, sir, why are you bringing 1986 in the picture? I'm bringing this 1986 into picture because from 1986 to 2022, the entire country has changed, the society has changed, the economy has changed, the technology has changed. Right now, we are living in the era of artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, robotics, WhatsApp, we are using Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Everything has changed. But the irony is that still we have adopted or we are using the education system of 1986 only. The education policy which we are following right now is of 1986. When 1986, Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister, this 1986 new education policy was drafted. It was subsequently modified in the year 1992. And currently the irony is that in the year 2022, after 36 years as well, we are using the same education policy. In this 36 year, everything has changed. Technology, economy, GDP, country, everything has changed, but the education policy remains same. It was long due. It should have been changed, right, in the year 2003, 2004 itself. And subsequently in 2015, the government of India acknowledged this, realized that there has to be a change in the education system. And it came up with the drafting policy, drafting committee headed by K. Kasturi Rangan. And for 5 years, he actually made certain changes in the, for 5 years, he actually deliberated on, on the various permutation combinations. And in 2020, he gave the recommendation to government of India that there has to be a significant change in the education system of India. And these are some of the recommendations of new education policy. I would not be discussing the entire policy, but there is one particular thing in red you can see, because the change has been there from primary level to the post-graduation level to the PhD level, right? From LKG, UKG, class 1, class 2 till the PhD level, the changes has been recommended. For you people, for class 10th, 11th, and 12th, right? There is a change. There is a recommendation that graduation will be of 4 years, and DU has adopted that from 2022 onwards, the graduation will be of 4 years. Below that, graduation point, you can see in red, common entrance examination at class 12th level. Now, this policy is recommending that there has to be common entrance examination at class 12th level. There should be no separate entrance examination like Delhi University conducting own entrance examination, Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University. All the central universities, they should conduct a common entrance examination, which is called CUCET, Central University Common Entrance Test. Now, let me tell you this, if any one of you is thinking that CUCET is a new thing, it's not at all a new thing. CUCET examination is happening for the last 6-7 years, right? In the month of September 2021, CUCET happened on 15, 16, 23rd, and 24th September. Last year as well, it happened in the month of September. Before the pandemic, the CUCET entrance examination happened in the month of May. The only change will be that in 2021, 12 central universities participated in the CUCT examination, or in other words, 12 central universities, they gave admission on the basis of CUCT score. Now in 2022, all the 45 central universities are supposed to give admission on the basis of CUCT score. This is the only difference. Please don't be under this impression that CUCT is going to happen for the first time in India. No, it has been happening for the last 6-7 years. 12 universities up till now, they were participating in this. From now onwards, from 2022 onwards, all the 45 central universities, they are expected to participate in this, in which DU has made the surety that we are going to conduct the entrance examination, or we are going to give admission to all the UG courses through the entrance examination. This is the only difference. Now, quickly, let me very briefly, cover it. And this is the, and the moment, this committee recommended the CUCT examination, the government of India quickly, it made a very proactive step. It took a very proactive step in adopting this. And, the government of India wanted to conduct the entrance examination for all the central universities, including DU, because you know very well Delhi University is a central university, Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, South Bihar Central University, Jharkhand Central University, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Andhra, Karnataka Central University. DU has Delhi has 6 central universities. UP has 5 central universities. Hemati Nandan Bahuguna Central University, Uttarakhand. All these central universities, they are supposed to take admission now through the CUCT score, right? So government of India wanted to conduct the CUCT examination and wanted to include all the 45 central universities under CUCT in 2021 itself. But in 2021, what happened in the month of April, May, and June, you know very well, the pandemic was devastating. And that's the reason the government of India came up with a notification. This is the notification of 18 July 2021 that, because of the pandemic, we could not conduct the entrance, or we could not, introduce all the 45 central universities in 2021. So now what we will be doing, we will be, conducting that common entrance examination for all the 45 central universities in the next academic session, which is 2022-23. So we are in 2022 right now. From this year, the government has, already said that there has to be the common entrance examination for all the central universities, right? Now, you know very well, in the end of July last year, the 12th board result came out. ICSE board results, CBSE board results, the state board results came out, the international board results came out, right? All the results were out. And between July to November last year, because we are in January 2022, between July to November last year, certain things happened. And this incident, or this, ye ghatna ghati, and that's the reason Delhi University was very proactive, very promptly took the decision that we are going to give admission through the entrance examination. Now, what actually happened? Quickly, let's have a look in the next 2-3 minutes. What happened between July to November? The board results was out, right? And see, what led to the entrance examination, because ultimately everybody's aim is to get into good college, right? Whether you are in class 10th or 11th or 12th, the aim is to get into good college. I'm showing you a list of some good colleges. There are certain colleges on the left-hand side, right-hand side. So left-hand side colleges are SRCC, Hindu, Hansra, Stephens, Benki, Ramdas, LSR, KMC. You get into any course, science course, commerce course, humanity course, right? Traditionally, up till 2021, the admission in the left-hand side colleges, it happened on the basis of class 12th board marks. Whereas in the right-hand side colleges, like Shahid Sukhdev, IIMs, you know very well that you have 5 IIMs to get into after class 12th. After class 12th, we have 5 IIMs available for you. You know that? You have to appear for one entrance examination called IPMAT. IPMAT Indore conducts own entrance examination. Rohtak conducts own entrance examination. Ranchi accepts the score of IIM Indore, right? And IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu, they accept the score of, they actually take their own entrance examination called JIPMAT, right? And that this entrance happens after class 12. You can get into 5 IIMs just after class 12. The good news is that in this year, 2022, 3 more IIMs are expected to join the league. IIM Bangalore, IIM Shillong, and IIM Lucknow. So it might be possible that from 2022 onwards, you would be having 8 IIMs to choose from, right? So then you have NLUs, National Law Universities, Narsi Modi, Symbiosis, Xavier, Christ, Jamia, and so on, right? What is the difference between left-hand side college and right-hand side colleges? Left-hand side college admission happened on the basis of class 12 board marks. Right-hand side college admissions happened on the basis of entrance examination. And what they ask in the entrance? All they ask is aptitude, right? So what happened between July to November? So please have a look at this. I'm sharing the result of CBSE board class 12th with you. You can see this particular table. Is this table visible to everyone? Guys, is this table visible to everybody? If it is visible, please say yes, visible. If it is visible, please say yes, so that I get to know that it is visible to all of you. Is this, ma'am, is it visible to you? You can just unmute yourself and do let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before I go to the science careers, please see here, I'm sharing the data of 2019, 20 and 2021. This is CBSE board class 12th only, right? Not class 10th, class 12th only, right? In 2019, you can see 12.5 lakh students appeared for the CBSE board exam. The pass percentage is 83.4%. In 2020, 12 lakh people appeared. 12 lakh students appeared for the CBSE board exam. The pass percentage is 88.78%. In 2021, 13.04 lakh were eligible to write the board exam. The board exam did not happen at all. 13.04 lakh were eligible to write the board exam, out of which 12.96 lakh students passed. The pass percentage is 99.37%. Compare with the previous year. Compare with the previous year, what is the result in 2021? As you can see, 83% से बढ़ के 88% हो गया, उससे बढ़ के 99% हो गया. I sometimes think that CBSE ने 8,000 बच्चों को फेल ही क्यों किया? 100 सबको पास कर देते, 100% पास कर देते. The number of students scoring 90% and above in 2019 was 95,000, which rose to 1.58 lakh in 2020, which further rose to 2.21 lakh. Right now, is this a joke or what? 13 lakh are eligible to write the board exam, and you are giving 90% plus to 2.21 lakh students. मतलब कभी-कभी I think that ये प्रसाद बढ़ रहा है क्या? 2.21 getting more than 90% marks. 2.21 lakh. The interesting part is 95% and above. The number of students scoring 95% and above in 2019 was 18,000, which rose to 38,000 in 2020, which further rose to 70,004 in 2021. 70,004 students scoring 95% plus in CBSE board alone. The total number of seats in Delhi University is 70,000. Sometimes I think ये चार बच्चे जाएंगे कहाँ? They will have to go to some other university. Look at the result for Delhi NCR. 95% and above was 3,000 in 2019, which rose to 4,500, further rose to 8,000. Now, as you can see that, I do not know what to say, whether the result has improved or degraded as compared to last year. I do not know what to say, but I know for sure, I know very well that more number of students are scoring more marks now. And that will have an adverse effect on the cutoff. Cutoff will rise like anything. Look at this 2020 cutoff I'm sharing. For LSR, Eco honors 100%, Pol Science 100%, and Psychology honors 100%. SRCC 98.5, 99. Now you'll be asking me, sir, 2020 ka cutoff kyun dikha rahe? This is 2022. So show us the cutoff 2021. I shall be showing you. So this is, Stephens 99, 99.25, 99, 99. SRCC 98.5, 99. For 3 courses in LSR, the cutoff was 100%, right? For Psychology honors, Pol Science honors, and Eco honors. Look at the cutoff for 2021. For all the 14 colleges, top 14 colleges of DU, cutoff is 100%. SRCC, both courses 100%. Hindu College 100%. Jesus Mary, Ramjas, Sahish Sukhdev, Hansraj, Dindal Upadhyay 100%. आप में से कोई है who can score 520 out of 500? Can you score 510 out of 500? No. The maximum you can score is 500 out of 500, and that was the cutoff, right? Look at this. Look at the second point. In the first list, 65 arts and commerce courses and 29 science courses had a cutoff of 99% or higher for unreserved seats. 99% and higher. I do not want to scare you with the data, right? But I have no intentions to scare you up, but this is a reality. You should know this. There are 29 science courses के लिए, physics, stats, maths honors के लिए 99% and higher for the unreserved category. Already 2020 से पहले इतना ज़्यादा cutoff का pressure था DU पे और other central universities पे. Now 2021 is creating a havoc. Look at this. And you know what the admission process is inclined towards particular boards. It's a regional skew. And this was in the newspaper. You know why it is? Look at this table. I have shown you this table, right? Look at the pass percentage of CBSE, 99.37% marks. You know what is the pass percentage of ICSE board in 2021? It is 99.75%. You know, Punjab and Maharashtra board, आज तक कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि वहां पे बच्चों को perfect marks आया हो. But this time, many students in Punjab board and Maharashtra board, they have scored 100% marks in their board exam. You know, you must would have heard about, you know, DU Vice Chancellor gave a, you know, interview. In the interview, he mentioned that we shall be conducting the entrance examination, you know, just after, you know, within 1 month of completion of board examination. Your second phase of board examination will be over, and within 1 month of that, the exam getting over, he will be conducting, or the DU will be conducting the entrance examination for the UG courses. This is the first thing he mentioned. And second thing he mentioned about Kerala board. You know what's up with Kerala board? You know, you'll be surprised to know last year 200 students got A+ grade in Kerala state board examination, 12th class 12th board examination. 200 students got A+ grade in the Kerala board state board examination in 2020. Do you know what is the number of students scoring A+ grade in 2021? You can guess. If you want, you can guess. Last year it was 200 students, right, who scored A+ grade. This year, you can guess what would be the number. Please guess it. You are allowed to guess. Anyone? Is the chat option available to you? This year, let me tell you the number. The number is 48,383. They have got A+ grade in Kerala board. And that is causing a big regional skew. You know, please have a look at this. Right? Look at the third point. Second day of admission to Hindu College, 5th October 2021. 120 has, you know, admissions have been completed for political science, which has only 20 general category seats. Seats is only 20. Admission happened is 120. Why? Because for 20 general category seats, the cutoff was 100%. All the 120 students applied, they had 100%, you know, in their best of 4. And the irony is, out of these 120 students, 118 are from Kerala board. For 32 general category seats of physics honors in Hindu College, 32 general category seats is there, 60 admissions happened. For 32 seats in chemistry honors, 80 admission happened. Right? And that's the reason, you know, there is one professor from Delhi University who is a part of admission process. He says that this is resulting in a very dangerous situation for Delhi University. It seems there is a competition among board because no board wants to be left behind. We have 100% scores in Maharashtra and Punjab board as well, which is a rarity. And hence, DU was actually fed up of this, and DU came up with the approval that Academic Council approved the CUCT. After 1 week, the Executive Council approved CUCT, and how CUCT looks like is please see here. Right? Quickly, let me, you know, share this detail with you. If you really want to get into technical courses, all the science students, please have a look at this. If you want to get into any central university, and if you want to pursue botany honors, zoology honors, chemistry honors, physics honors, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, right? Then under CUCT, there is a paper code. On the right hand side, you can see the paper code in the black bold letter, UIQP01. If you want to pursue the, you know, science courses or technical courses, the UIQP01 is the paper code, right? Please remember this UIQP01. If you want to pursue the generic courses, like, you know, political science honors, history honors, economics honors, geography honors, management, and so on, then the paper code is UIQP02. So for technical paper, it is UIQP01. For non-technical paper or generic paper, it is UIQP02. Here is the syllabus. For UIQP02 means generic paper, there will be 100 questions, and all the 100 questions will be based on aptitude. What is aptitude? 10th level maths, English, logical reasoning, GK, and current affairs. This is the syllabus. English, numerical aptitude, analytical skill, reasoning, general knowledge, and general aptitude and general knowledge. All the 100 questions will be based on aptitude, which is 10th level maths, logical reasoning, English, GK, and current affairs. Right? For non-technical courses, means for psychology honors, history honors, geography honors, BBA, management, and so on. For technical courses, paper will be of 2 parts. All the science students, please mind it carefully. For technical courses, for physics honors, chemistry honors, engineering, and so on, paper will comprise of 2 parts, part A and part B. Part A will have 25 questions, and it will be mandatory for everybody. 25 questions on aptitude, part A, means English, math, logical reasoning, GK, and current affairs. It is mandatory for everybody. Part B will be having, you know, 4 sections. 25 question on physics, 25 on chemistry, 25 on maths, and 25 on bio. Now, physics and chemistry is compulsory for everybody because part B is called domain specific paper. It will be checking your domain knowledge. So part B will be checking your domain knowledge. So 25 physics, 25 chemistry, it is compulsory. Between maths and bio, you have to select one section. Either 25 question you do on maths or in bio. So, in part B, you are attempting 75 questions. In part A, 25 questions are mandatory. So altogether 100 questions you are actually, solving. So if you want to get into DU, right? And DU, suppose it does not conduct its own entrance examination, जैसे कि DU ने कहा कि हम DU CET भी conduct कर सकते हैं. Suppose DU takes admission to CU CET, right? So all the 100 questions, for technical courses, 25 will be from aptitude and 75 will be from your domain knowledge, right? And it is, it is highly possible, it is highly probable that DU is going to accept the CU CET score only, right? +4 for every correct answer, -1 for every incorrect answer, right? So this is something which I thought that you must know. If you want to go for any science specific subjects or BSc courses in Delhi University, from right now, you need to appear for CUCT entrance examination. And in CUCT, you'll be facing two parts of the paper, part A and part B. Part A will be common for everybody. It will be numerical aptitude and it will be aptitude, and part will be domain specific. For generic courses, all the 100 questions will be on aptitude, no domain test, right? +4 correct answer for every correct answer and -1 for every incorrect answer. Now, quickly coming back to the second part, and that is, this one, right? Now, guys, please do let me know, all the dear students, is the presentation, this particular presentation, visible to everyone? Is this presentation visible to everyone? Ma'am, please, you can unmute yourself and please let me know that is the science stream written.
Yes, sir. It's absolutely clear.
Okay. So in science stream, I do not want to get into the conventions. I'm not going to, tell you the history of engineering and, medicine and all those things. But, this is said by somebody that the way to build a nation is to build a good citizen. The majority of citizens should be efficient, of good character, and possesses a reasonable high sense of duty, right? And this was said by the father of engineering in India called M. Vishwasaraya, Mokshgundam Vishwasaraya. He is the person, right? Father of Indian engineering, right? And this is the history of engineering, that which the first institution or first college was established in which year, and after that which other colleges followed. IITs came into existence in which year. So I don't want to get into the history, right? In the same way, Acharya Charak and Acharya Shushruta, these are the father of Indian medicine, and Hippocrates and Hahnemann, they are actually the father of modern medicine. I do not again want to get into the history of medicine and engineering, but something which I want to share is significant. Also, I'm not going to share the eligibility, that how come you are eligible to get into the engineering course. Obviously, you have to have PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. In order to do, medical, get into medical field, you have to have physics, chemistry, bio. If you want to keep both the options open, you can have PCMB, physics, chemistry, maths, and bio. How many seats are available? What is the eligibility? What is the paper composition? Physics के कितने question आते हैं? Maths के कितने आते हैं? Chemistry के कितने questions आते हैं? Aldehyde ketones के कितने होते हैं? Organic chemistry से कितने question आते हैं? I don't want to get into this, because ultimately, if you are preparing for JEE mains or IIT, you must be aware of this, right? Maths में calculus के कितने question आते हैं? Algebra के कितने होते हैं? Coordinate geometry के question होते हैं? I don't want to get into that. What I want to focus upon is, please have a look at this. Okay. So we have IITs, we have IISc, we have IIScrs. So we have so many great colleges, IITs, NITs, triple IITs, BITS, and all those things, right? So we have, approximately bunch of good colleges in India, and total number of seats is 52,798. Now some certain seats have increased recently. So let me, put a more reasonable figure. Let it be 60,000. We have 60,000 seats in good engineering colleges, right? We have 60,000 seats in good engineering colleges. Please remember this, 60,000 seats in good engineering colleges, right? Now, let me show you this particular, let me show you some people, and, please have a look at this, whether you recognize them or not. So do you remember this? 60,000 seats in good engineering colleges, including all the IITs, NITs, triple IITs, BITS, government funded technical institutions, state funded technical institution, and so on. In the field of medicine, right, we have total 1,63,120 seats, wherein we have MBBS as 83,000 seats in MBBS. Everybody wants, every PCB student wants to become a doctor, right? Want to do MBBS. So we have 83,000 seats in MBBS. In BDS, dental, sciences, we have 27,000 seats approximately. Ayush में 52,720 seats, and veterinary science we have 525 seats. Altogether 1.6 lakh seats. But MBBS, remember, 83,000 seats. Now, please identify who these people are. If you see the, Nandan Nilekani, IIT Bombay, right? Nandan Nilekani, IIT Bombay, Jayaprakash Gaur, founder of JP Group, right hand side top, right? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टॉप पे नंदनी निकाली है, राइट हैंड साइड टॉप पे जेपी गौर, जयप्रकाश गौर है, नीचे कपिल चोपड़ा है, स्पिक मैके के फाउंडर है, राइट हैंड साइड बॉटम में यू कैन सी दैट रमेश चंद्रा, फाउंडर ऑफ यूनिटेक, वेरी बिग रियल एस्टेट कंपनी। वाईसी देवेश्वर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में टॉप पे, वाईसी देवेश्वर आईटीसी के चेयरमैन है, इंडियन टोबैको कंपनी, उसके बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स आप यूज करते होंगे, क्लासमेट जो आप बुक यूज करते हो नोटबुक, वो आईटीसी का है। सुंदर पिचाई, राइट, द सीईओ ऑफ गूगल, which is now Alphabet, I guess, right? नीचे देखिए लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में नारायण मूर्ति, बॉटम राइट, फाउंडर ऑफ इन्फोसिस, राइट हैंड साइड दीपक गर्ग, again from IIT Delhi, and he is a founder of Rivigo, a very big company in the field of I would say operations and logistics, right? So YC देवेश्वर IIT खड़गपुर के हैं, सुंदर पिचाई IIT खड़गपुर के हैं, IIT कानपुर से है नारायण मूर्ति साहब, और दीपक गर्ग जो है वो IIT दिल्ली से, राइट? लुक एट दिस एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टॉप एंड बॉटम, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टॉप एंड बॉटम, बिनी बंसल एंड सचिन बंसल, फाउंडर्स ऑफ फ्लिपकार्ट फ्रॉम IIT दिल्ली। राइट हैंड साइड जोमेटो के फाउंडर हैं दीपेंद्र गोयल, राइट? नीचे ओला कैब्स के फाउंडर है भविष्य अग्रवाल, इज फ्रॉम IIT बॉम्बे, राइट? लुक एट दीस पीपल, एंटरटेनमेंट, राइट? अमोल पराशर फ्रॉम अगेन IIT बॉम्बे, रघुराम राजन रघुराम राजन भी IIT दिल्ली से है, बट ये राहुल राम है इंडिया के टॉप मोस्ट जैज प्लेयर, इंडिया के वन ऑफ द फेमस जैज प्लेयर, जो गिटार लिए हुए हाथ में, जैज लिए हुए हैं, इज फ्रॉम IIT बॉम्बे। बेदा ब्रदा पेन सबसे राइट हैंड साइड में, इन्होंने एक चित्तगांव करके मूवी बनाई थी, राइट, विच गॉट अ इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड। बेदा ब्रदा पेन फ्रॉम IIT खड़गपुर। नीचे आप देख सकते हैं चेतन भगत को, राइट, ही इज फ्रॉम IIT बॉम्बे, एंड राइट हैंड साइड में अरुणाब कुमार, द फाउंडर ऑफ TVF द वायरल फिल्म पिक्चर्स, आपने TVF पिक्चर्स देखा होगा, is from IIT Kharagpur. Now all the, why I am showing you this, these are IITians, पॉलिटिक्स में आप देख सकते हो गोवा के फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर, लेट फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर मनोहर पर्रिकर साहब फ्रॉम IIT बॉम्बे, अरविंद केजरीवाल जो दिल्ली के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं IIT खड़गपुर। नीचे आप देख सकते हैं चौधरी अजीत सिंह तो नहीं रहे अब, he passed away because of corona, because COVID, he is from IIT कानपुर। एंड राइट हैंड साइड में आप देख रहे होंगे इंडिया के मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर फाइनेंस रह चुके हैं अरुण जेटली के टाइम में, his name is जयंत सिन्हा, he is from IIT Delhi, right? Economist, we have Raghuram Rajan from IIT Delhi. नीचे D Subbarao, All India rank 1 in IAS UPSC examination, and one of the topper from IIT Kharagpur. राइट हैंड साइड में आप देख सकते हैं जयराम रमेश, इंडिया के फॉर्मर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के मिनिस्टर रह चुके हैं, a very eminent economist as well, right? He is passed out from IIT Bombay. These are the eminent scientists, all from IITs. These are the people from BITS. सबीर भाटिया देखिए हॉटमेल के फाउंडर हैं, बिट्स पिलानी के प्रोडक्ट हैं। रेडबस के जो फाउंडर हैं, redbus.com के फणींद्र शामा, उसके फाउंडर जो है बिट्स पिलानी के हैं। सबसे राइट हैंड साइड में जो है आपको पृथ्वीराज चव्हाण, जो फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, अगेन फ्रॉम बिट्स पिलानी। और नीचे जो 4 इंडस्ट्रीज दिख रहे हैं, ऑल आर फ्रॉम बिट्स। दीज आर द पीपल फ्रॉम NITs, NIT त्रिची। आप देख सकते हैं सबसे ऊपर टॉप हैंड राइट, इट्स केवी कामत, currently the president of BRICS Bank, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, is from IIT Delhi. नीचे आप देख सकते हो बीच में N चंद्रशेखर, he is the chairman of Tata Group, right, pass out from NIT Trichy. नीचे आप देखिए TV नरेंद्रन, right, he is the MD of Tata Steel, again from NIT. और सबसे राइट हैंड साइड में आप देख सकते हैं TCS, जो अभी वर्ल्ड की सबसे बड़ी सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी है, that is Tata's consultancy services, right, in terms of market valuation. उसके ये CEO है राजेश गोपीनाथ, again from NIT. Look at these eminent doctors. नरेश त्रेहान, मेदांता के जो चेयरमैन है, is from King's George Medical College, लखनऊ, right? बीच में आप देख सकते हैं डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह, जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में मिनिस्टर है, he is from AIMS, he is a pass out from AIMS, he is a doctor from AIMS. राइट हैंड साइड में इंडिया के वन ऑफ द टॉप मोस्ट कार्डियक सर्जन डॉक्टर देवी सेठी, कस्तूरबा मेडिकल कॉलेज, राइट, मैसूर से पास आउट है। नीचे CP ठाकुर साहब, right, he's a doctor, he's an eminent doctor, वाजपेयी जी के टाइम पे he was the health minister to the government of India. सौम्या स्वामीनाथन, बीच में आप देख सकते हो, the lady who is actually smiling, right, she is a pass out from AIMS, she is a Padma Vibhushan as well, and currently she is the chief scientist of WHO, World Health Organization. सबसे बॉटम राइट हैंड साइड में आप रोमन सैनी को देख सकते हैं. He is an AIMS doctor. He is passed out from AIMS, right? Again, he secured 26th or 27th rank in UPSC examination, became an IAS officer. He resigned from the service and currently the founder of Unacademy. Unacademy का नाम सुना होगा आपको. Why I am showing you this? Because इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है कि IITs, NITs, BITS and triple ITs, these are eminent organizations of India, eminent institutions of India. इन लोगों ने, इन institutions ने देश को एक से बढ़कर एक asset दिए. IITs, NITs, triple ITs, BITS, AIMS, JIPMER, Maulana Azad, Lady Hardin, Kasturba Medical College, King's George Medical College, they have created great assets for the nation, right? These are actually these institutions are actually the assets for the nation. The people they have created are also great assets for the nation. But मेरा दिल तब बैठ जाता है जब मैं ऐसे न्यूज को सुनता हूँ. Over 75 engineering technical college to shut down. AICT कह रही है, All India Council for Technical Education. 800 engineering college to shut down in India. India is in the middle of an engineering education crisis. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan wants engineering colleges shut, says engineers stand in the line of peon jobs. अब देखिए शिवराज सिंह चौहान साहब को इतना गुस्सा आ गया 2017 में कि वे कह रहे हैं कि बंद करो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस को, राइट? अगर पियोन ही बनना है इंजीनियरिंग करने के बाद तो फिर क्या फायदा इंजीनियरिंग करने, राइट? Unemployment engineers, the painful truth of India's engineering colleges, right? 94% of engineering graduates are not fit for hiring, says this IT stalwart. ये CP गुरनानी जो टेक महिंद्रा के CEO हैं, उनका क्या नाम था? 94% of the engineering graduates are not fit for hiring, right? Now, what's the reason behind this? Let me tell you this. Let me give you a small data. If you remember, I just told you that how many seats are there in good engineering colleges? 60,000 seats. You'll be surprised to know that currently in India, we have more than 5,500 engineering colleges. And the total number of seats per year, remember my words, total number of seats per year is 16.82 lakh. Approximately 16 lakh seats per year is available. The total number of JEE mains aspirants every year is 12.5 lakh. Seats are 16 lakh, JEE mains aspirants are 12.5 lakh. Seats ज़्यादा है, number of aspirants, supply is more than demand. And the irony is that out of 16.82 lakh seats, only 8 lakh seats are full. Means that not even half is full. Means more than half of the engineering seats in India is vacant. Out of 16.82 lakh seats, only 8 lakh seats are full. Remaining 8.82 lakh is vacant. और यही रीजन है कि आए दिन आप सुनते होंगे more than 60 engineering college to shut down, more than 400 engineering college to be shut down. Now, every year we are creating a pool of 8 lakh engineers. Every year 8 lakh engineers are coming up. Every year. As an economy, we have the capacity of giving jobs to not more than 3 lakh engineers, because every economy has a capacity, right? So basically, as an economy, we have a capacity of giving jobs to to approximately 3 lakh engineers out of 8 lakh, right? अब ये जो 3 lakh engineers को नौकरी मिलती है, इसमें जो 60,000 होते हैं in good engineering colleges, right, from IITs, NITs, triple ITs, BITS and so on, they get placed in TCS, Wipro, Infosys, IBM, Accenture, Google Pay, PhonePe, Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart and so on. 60,000. Remaining 2,40,000 they get into odd jobs like sales and marketing and all those things. They get a salary of 10,000, 12,000 per month and so on, right? So somehow these 2.4 lakh they manage to get a job. 60,000 people get good job. 2.4 lakh get this and that job. So ultimately 3 lakh are getting employed out of 8 lakh every year. So every year we are creating 8 lakh engineers, out of which 3 lakh are getting job. How many are left? 5 lakh. Every year we are creating a 5 lakh unskilled unemployed engineers every year. These are the engineers who do not know what they have studied in their graduation. उनको डिग्री मिल गई है, they have the degree, they have the qualification. Ask them a simple question that what is the difference between PNP and NP and diode, they won't be able to answer you. Mechanical engineer है, आप सवाल पूछिए what is the difference between centripetal force and centrifugal force, they do not know the answer. You ask them simple question, what is the difference between capacitor, inductor, rectifier and amplifier, they won't be able to tell you exactly what is that thing, but they have the engineering degree. Engineering की degree है सर उनके पास. Every year we are creating a pool of more than 5 lakh unskilled and unemployed engineers. In the last 10 years, we have created a pool of 50 lakh unskilled and unemployed engineers. And please do not be surprised कि अगर आपने Ola cabs book किया और Ola की गाड़ी आपके घर के सामने आती है, and if the driver has the BTech degree, please do not be surprised. If you're ordering food on Swiggy platform And if the delivery boy has an engineering degree, please do not be surprised. शिवराज सिंह चौहान जो मध्य प्रदेश के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं, 2017 में भी थे, अभी भी है, he got furious because 17,000 पियोन के पोस्ट की वैकेंसी निकली, मध्य प्रदेश में, and 4 lakh people filled the form, out of which 70,000 applicants were engineers. तब गुस्से में उन्होंने कहा कि बंद करो यार इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस को, जब इंजीनियरिंग करने के बाद आपको बनना ही है, यही बनना है, राइट, पियोन की जॉब में लाइन में खड़ी होनी है, तो व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ डूइंग इंजीनियरिंग? So what is the purpose behind telling you this? Purpose is engineering is a beautiful field, beta. It's a beautiful field, but please do your engineering from a good college. Never ever compromise on a good college, right? If you have the capacity of getting a rank of 4,000, 5,000, 7,000, 12,000, 19,000 J mains and J advanced, please go for engineering. You can turn out to be a great asset for the nation. But you end up getting a rank of 99,000, 1,17,000, 1,74,000, 1,43,000, 1,94,000 in J mains. Trust me, with that rank, you are not getting into IITs, NITs, IIITs or BITS, right? You'll be getting into tier 3, tier 4 engineering college, right? You'll be spending 15, 20 lakh rupees out there. And after passing out from that college, you will struggle a lot to find a 15,000 rupees per month job. Please do your engineering from a good college. Let me tell you this. Now, moving further, I do not want to scare you with the various research on engineering and other things. Medical education. Look at the medical education, right? The case is exactly opposite in terms of medical field. We have 83,000 seats in MBBS. You know this? I just showed you that. I've just shown you that table. That total 1.6 lakh seats are available, out of which 83,000 are MBBS. You know how many aspirants are there for MBBS seats? The aspirants are 15.2 lakh. Means look at the skewness, right? Approximately 15 lakh people appear for the NEET examination, and the seats for MBBS is just 83,000. And when seats are less and number of applicants are more, the money exchange hands. And that's the reason you must be hearing of medical corruption in India, medical scam in India, right? Exactly opposite hai. Engineering mein kya hai? Number of aspirants is less than the number of seats. Medical mein kya hai? Number of seats are way less than the number of aspirants, right? And that's the reason you can see that doctor-patient ratio is too low. Rote learning is very important, is important, more important than clinical skill. Backdated syllabus. Still, we have not revised the syllabus of this. Right? Just one second. Right? So this is the with medical field, right? So please, understand one thing, that do your MBBS from a good college, because out of 83,000 seats in MBBS, top 25,000 seats are good, right? Whereas other seats in private colleges they're not very good, right? Apart from science, apart from medical engineering, what other options are there for you? As I told you that any science student, doesn't matter whether you are from PCB or PCMB or PCM, you can get into these 5 IIMs. Do you know this? You can get into IIM Indore, IIM Rohtak, IIM Ranchi, IIM Bodh and IIM Jammu. Because whether you're from science background, commerce background, or humanity background, with maths or without maths, everybody can appear for these entrance examination, and you can get into IIMs just after class 12. A science student has a greater advantage. Why? Because in these entrance examination, mathematics has a significant weightage, and maths paper is tough as well. For if you want to see the paper of IIM Indore, there is 50% question from basic mathematics and 50 question from higher mathematics, 50% question. And hence a science student finds it more easy to crack the entrance examination of IIMs, right? Let me also tell you that almost 50 to 60% of the batch in IIM Indore, they are from science stream, right? So you can get into these 5 IIMs apart from medical and engineering. Also, there are certain universities where you can get your IPM degree. That is Nirma University, OP Jindal, Mumbai, Manipal, and Devi Ahilyabai Indore. They conduct their own entrance examination. and you can crack the entrance examination. And what do they ask? All they ask is aptitude, right? Aptitude means maths, English, logical reasoning, GK, and current affairs. Apart from this, any science student can get into ISI. You know what is ISI? It is not that Pakistan's intelligence agency. It is Indian Statistical Institute. At your level, at class 12th level, ISI offers two kind of degrees: Bachelor of Statistics and Bachelor of Mathematics. जिसको B-Stat and B-Maths कहते हैं. So B-Stat is available in Kolkata campus. It's a 3-year degree program, and B-Maths is available in Bangalore campus. Now you will be asking, sir, how ISI will help us? If you really want to become statistician, if you really want to become mathematician, if you want to, join the Ministry of Statistics and Plan Implementation in the government of India, or if you want to join the insurance sector by becoming a statistician out there, or if you really want to get into the market research firms, because there is a lot of data analysis that goes on. You have to interpret the graph, pie chart and all those things. So these program of ISI will actually help you. B-Stats and B-Maths, right? What is the eligibility criteria, right? Anybody can, appear in this examination, but you have to have mathematics plus English in 10+2. So you can do your B-Stat, Bachelor of Statistics from Kolkata campus, or B-Maths from Bangalore campus. It's a very prestigious institution. Let me tell you, it's not easy to crack the entrance examination because questions asked it's actually difficult, right? Now, if you really want to pursue your higher education in mathematics, these are the colleges: IISc Bangalore, IITs, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, South Asian University, University of Hyderabad, Jadavpur University, BHU, Aligarh Muslim University. You can pursue both the graduation courses over there if you want to go for BSc Mathematics, BSc Physics, and so on. As well, you can pursue the higher education or post-graduation courses out here in these universities. Every university conducts its own entrance examination. Some of the universities, they take admission through JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, right? The only thing is that you will have to fill the form, separately for these colleges, right? And you can make a career out of mathematics. You can do your BSc in mathematics, MSc in mathematics, and subsequently you can make a career in the subject of your choice. If you really want to go for physics, and especially in astrophysics, if you want to make a career, right? You can join these institutions, right? Physics Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences, Nainital, IIScr, IISc Bangalore. But in astrophysics, you can do post-graduation. You cannot have a graduation in astrophysics. Graduation will be common, BSc Physics, and for astrophysics, you can do MSc, right? So you do your BSc from either Delhi University or any other university, and after that, you can appear for the entrance examination, which happens at a master's level, and you can pursue your astrophysics from these institutions. Biotech, it's a very upcoming field. Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, the founder of Biocon, she is also called the founder of biotech in India, right? Now, there are jobs in biotechnology field. You can become biotech research scientist, animal scientist, microbiologist, biophysicist, right? Major companies in India is Biocon, Ranbaxy, Sun Pharma, Johnson & Johnson, Novartis, Pfizer, and so on. Now you have various other companies as well, right? The companies, Serum International, all those things. They are also coming up with, they have also huge scope so far as the biotech is concerned. Now, these are the branches of biotechnology: blue biotech, white biotech, green biotech, red biotech, and you can see that which field it relates to. Blue biotech, aquatic life; white biotech, enzymes and industries; green biotech, agriculture related; red biotech, pharmacy. Say virology, it's very, very famous because ever since the introduction of coronavirus, virology is a very, very hot topic these days. So these are the various branches of biotechnology. Now, in order to do BTech in biotech, see, every college, every IIT, every NIT, every IIT has a BTech in biotechnology, right? So you have to have mathematics for that. Mathematics is very, very compulsory, right? So PCMB is compulsory in some college at 10+2 level. Physics, chemistry, bio in some college at 10+2 level. If you want to do BTech, suppose कि आपको BSc का course करना है, BSc in biotech, maths is not mandatory. But if you want to do BTech in biotech, maths is mandatory, right? And in the most of the colleges, the admission in biotech branch happens through JEE Mains, right? If you want to do your biotechnology in terms of biotechnology BSc from the central universities, then you will have to appear for the CUCET second paper, first paper. I mean, wherein there is a domain specific 75 questions on 25 on physics, 25 on chemistry, 25 on bio, and part A will be aptitude, right? These are the various, courses. And these are some of the top BSc colleges: Ferguson College, Pune; Presidency College, Kolkata; Manipal; Madras Christian College; Jamia Millia Islamia, University of Delhi, right? Although many private colleges, they take admission through JEE Mains score only, right? Entrance examination is JEE Mains, combined biotech examination, right? ICAR, IIT joint admission test for MSc in biotechnology. You have AIMS conducts own entrance examination for MSc biotechnology entrance examination, and Tata Institute of Fundamental Research conducts own entrance examination, right? Now you can get into, if you have a science stream, you can get into the defense sector as well, because for defense, if you want to become fighter pilot in Indian Air Force, if you want to join CDS, Navy, right, physics plus mathematics is mandatory. There is an entrance examination, right, for all these courses for NDA, CDS, and all those things, but physics and maths is compulsory. So if you want to get into uniform services, maths and physics is mandatory. Okay. And last but not least, actuarial science. What is actuarial science? Let me briefly tell you that. Who is an actuary? So an actuary works for insurance sector, right? An actuary is someone who actually decides what is the premium for health insurance, motor insurance, life insurance, and so on. An actuary is a combination of four things. He's an economist, he's an accountant, he's a mathematician, and he's a statistician, right? Who can become an actuary? Anybody can become an actuary. Science, commerce, humanities, anybody. But science has a bigger role to play in this. Why? Because while doing actuarial science, right, you have to, you have to clear 13 papers. And out of those 13 papers, most of the papers are based on mathematics, economics, and accounts. So that really means that if you are a science student and if you want to become actuary, right, you have to have great hold over economics, great hold over mathematics, statistics, and bit of accounts, right? It's a highly rewarding field, actually. So what is the qualification? Anybody can become an actuary, but science, commerce, humanities, with maths, without maths. But science with math students, all those who love mathematics and want to get into insurance sector, right? It's a beautiful field. You can become an actuary. Let me tell you, this is not a degree, it's a certification. So parallelly, you can do your graduation. Along with graduation, you keep clearing your papers. You have to clear 13 papers. The moment you clear 13 papers, right, you become an actuary in some reputed, insurance company, and your package is, way better than most of the engineers and doctors in India, right? It's a highly rewarding, field, actuarial science. And apart from that, you can get into other courses as well. You can get into law, you can get into management, you can get into psychology honors, right? Because if you're from PCB, physics, chemistry, bio, right, you can get into psychology honors, because Delhi University, it has 17 colleges offering 829 seats for psychology, right? And we have a huge demand nowadays for clinical psychologists, right? So you can get into DU through CUCET. You have to write the entrance examination CUCET, and then you can get into psychology honors. No domain specific will be asked, right? Only 100 questions you have to appear for, and all those 100 questions would be on aptitude. Apart from that, you have Symbiosis, Narsi Monji, you have Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, Mount Carmel Bangalore, MIT World Peace University Pune, GT Goenka. All these universities, colleges, they conduct their own entrance examination for psychology honors. And what do they ask in the examination? All they ask is aptitude. So that clearly means that if you want to being a PCB student, if you want to go for psychology honors, if you want to become a clinical psychologist, right, psychiatrist, you can pursue your courses in these private colleges, right? So guys, this was all from my side. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Any questions you have is most welcome now.
Thank you, sir, for this information. I would now request children to start putting their questions in the chat box. Sir, will you take the questions from the chat box?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah, please.
So, sir, will admission in professional institute also be affected by CUCET? No, as of now, CUCET is just confined to central universities and some of the state universities, right? But you never know. You never know, because 20 years back, every engineering colleges, they took their own entrance examination. IITs took entrance examination separately. IIT, Roorkee took entrance exam separately. BITS conducted own entrance examination. But now everything has been, combined with, JEE Mains. So few years down the line, you might see CUCET happening for other professional colleges as well, but from 2022 it is only for the central universities and some of the state universities. Can we get this PDF? So no, it's actually a copyright issue. We have exclusively created for you people. So you can get back to us on the number if I'm sharing with you. You can get back to us on 5 times 9 75392. You can see at the bottom में 2 numbers लिखे गए हैं, प्रथम student helpline 5 times 9 75392. You can get back to us on that number if you have any sort of confusion or if you want some more clarity on any of the stream of your choice. यूपीएससी के लिए गाइडेंस बेटा, यूपीएससी सबसे पहले तो याद रखिए you have to be of 21 years of age in order to write UPSC entrance exam, UPSC examination. You can become IAS, IPS, Indian Revenue Services, you can get into. And any stream are you from, whichever stream are you from, you are from law, you have done BTech, BSc, BCom, BCA, BBA, whatever you have done during your graduation, everybody is eligible to write the UPSC examination. That clearly means if you want to go for any field, please go ahead. If you want to go for science, commerce, or humanities, please go ahead. Any field of graduation will do. But please remember, if you want to become an IAS, IPS officer, out of 1750 marks of mains examination, mains का examination 1750 marks का होता है, उसमें से 1000 marks का GS पूछा जाता है. And what GS comprises of? General studies comprises of history, civics, geography, economics, science and technology, ethics. So 1000 marks will be of GS, 250 marks will be essay writing. So majority of the portion in UPSC mains examination is being controlled by the humanities. So you have to be good in humanities subjects as well if you want to become IAS. I have taken a PCB with psychology and was thinking about going for MBBS, but lately my mind had been wandering off the psychological way of career that I'm not that interested into counseling or being a professional psychologist, but I would like to look at another part like in HR department of a company, but I'm not sure if I could get a secure future. See, let me tell you this. Every company has a psychologist. Do you know this? Because, there are various employees in the companies, in various companies. घर में बहुत कलेश है, बहुत पंगा है, fight between husband wife, बच्चा बात नहीं सुनता, there is a extreme work pressure, there people are not able to maintain the perfect work life balance, and for that every company has a psychologist in order to give the adequate counseling to and motivation to the employees. Every school has a counselor, you know that? Every school has a psychologist. Even the government department has psychologists. Right? So career is secure. If you really want to make a career out of psychology, it's a very great career. Now we have huge demand for clinical psychologists, especially during this pandemic. People are isolated, right? Families are getting nuclear. Lots of litigation in terms of families, divorce, and all those things. So we need a lot of clinical psychologists because it is also anticipated that 5 or 7 years down the line, India is going to be one of the most depressed nations of the world. अब देखिए क्या यहाँ पे लाइफस्टाइल क्या हो गया है, so that's the reason. If you really want to come up with if you want to pursue your psychology honors degree and if you want to become a psychologist, it's a very welcome option. So good afternoon, sir. Dear sir, what's the cutoff for top colleges for engineering in India? What are the cutoff for top colleges for engineering in India? So basically top colleges are IITs only, right? And they have, every year the cutoff varies. So, you can call us on the number 5 times 9 75392. Every year cutoff varies. So, if you really want to take specific years cutoff, you can just call back on this number. UPSC for science stream PCMB. मैंने कहा लक्ष्य, any stream you belong to, doesn't matter. You can take your UPSC examination. Doctor हो, engineer हो, lawyer हो, CA हो, psychologist हो, political science से आपने honors किया है, आपने जिस किसी भी चीज में किया है, you are welcome to take the UPSC entrance examination, right? And the prime area of focus would be general studies, history, civics, geography, economics, science and technology, and so on. Cutoff for AIMS and Maulana Azad for MBBS 720 marks का होता है sir, and definitely if you want to get into Maulana Azad, it has to be 670 plus. Right? AIMS has the top, cutoff. आप इसी से अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं AIMS का क्या cutoff है. So dropping a year for JEE and studying, a good option, please tell. See, if you are a serious candidate and if you think that you'll make the best out of 1 year, you can drop, no issues. एक साल drop करके IIT बॉम्बे, IIT दिल्ली चले जाओ, बहुत अच्छी बात है. but एक साल drop करके भी, if you are doing time pass, if you are not very serious, if you don't have the perseverance, it's better to take admission in the current session only, not to drop. So it entirely depends upon you. What is the scope of CS? It's a good field. It's not synonymous to CA, but company secretary का बहुत role होता है documentation के time पे, case filing के time पे in various companies. How well is pharmacy? Pharmacy is very, very good, provided you do it from a very good college, right? All these biotechnology labs, right? You know, they take recruit in terms of from the pharmacy field. Bids में जाते हैं ये companies and they recruit the B pharmacy, M pharma students. What are the career options if I take humanities? There are so many career options. You can go for subject specific honors, psychology honors, political science honors, history honors, geography honors, economics honors. You can do from Delhi University or central universities appearing for CUCT examination. Or, you know, if you can go for law, you can go for mass communication, you can go for, you know, management, right? You can go for psychology honors. There are so many career options, great career options for, you know, for the humanities. After your graduation, you can, you know, get into banking sector, get into UPSC. You can appear for Indian Economic Services examination, which is conducted by UPSC and so on. There are a bunch of career options for you. Kindly tell the scope of aerospace engineering. It has a huge scope in aviation sector, and you know, in the various you know, upcoming, you know, for example, Tesla में aerospace अगर engineering करने के बाद, if you are able, you are lucky enough to join Tesla, or for that you know, SpaceX. Tesla तो चलो electric car में है, but उसमें भी they have a, you know, a lot of vacancy in this. If you are able to get the, you know, hold of SpaceX or the Virgin Galactic or एक Blue Origin करके company जो Jeff Bezos की company, all these are into space exploration, right? Then now they are in the space, private companies are coming up. So if you are into aerospace, it's a huge advantage. You can get the, you can join these companies. Astronomy, space scientist, a good career option, very good career option. Especially, you know, private companies are participating in the space sector. Earlier, अभी तक क्या था, space sector was dominated by the government, right? India में it's DRDO, or India में it's actually ISRO. US में it was NASA only. But now private companies are coming up. So you have a great scope in the field of, you know, space and all those things. Can you please,
I think we also have a little bit of time constraint now. It's already 1:20. So it's already 2:20.
So students can mail their queries to us. I have already shared the number with them, 5 times 9 75392, and it's prathamonline.com. They can visit the site and they can you know, call us on this number, and we shall ensure that we shall be taking up their queries.
I think
so. So we call it a day.
Nitin sir is, I think, not here. He has a very unstable connection today. So I would just say thank you, sir, for a wonderful session today. I hope our children have benefited from the session, and we are looking forward to more sessions. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.